Hey, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me here. Now, I hope you're all doing super amazing. Oh, well, what's going on? Someone's been telling stories. I don't know. You've got some master DNA going on here. You could be an ascendant master. Or come from a long line of ascendant masters. It's in your master. You got master DNA here. You have secret knowledge. You have knowledge of the ancestors here. Okay. Now, hang on. Maybe on your mother's side? And your father's. Holy jeez. You could have incredible psychic gifts or knowledge. You've got master DNA on both your mother and father's side. That's what it's saying. Okay, so master artisans, musicians. Hey, so it's like you may have witnessed here some stuff as a kid, like an innate quest for knowledge. You could have been a gifted child or a bright child. You have master DNA here from both your mother and father. It's like this is a free message, okay? So these could be your guides, just saying. What is this? It's a message of love after some loss. You love. Spiritual message. Soon you'll get a spiritual message. Clarify this spiritual message. Clarify this spiritual message. From your angels. Ooh, my God. Look at this, Sagittarius. You could be a spiritual messenger. You have master ancestry here. DNA. Gifts, spiritual gifts. Very confident, very strong. You have strong bonds here. somebody could have, like, master DNA. The teacher. Very powerful manifester. Somebody's been jealous, secretly jealous of your power, of your DNA. Whoa. Oh. Authentic, loving, nurturing. This is both your mother and father's side. Your father might be very intuitive as well. They could be your ascendant masters, your guides. You got your mom and your dad here. So there's been some loss. So maybe they're with you throughout this loss. Things will change. Master healing. What's going on? It's almost like you've been gifted. It's almost like you've been gifted. I don't think your ancestors were too pleased with this character you were dealing with, okay? Just abandoning you and leaving you out in the cold for some dark energy. I think that okay, you may have had a loss, Sagittarius, but you're being told that soon you're going to get some spiritual communication. These are dark thoughts. Now, it's almost like somebody could have ghosted you. I don't know. Or this is deep soul searching. Yeah, it is. This is an empress and her legacy. This is you, master DNA. So no wonder this person is going, it's not me, it's you. Like, I think this person was a fool. Or your ancestors think they were a fool. I don't know. There seemed to be some kind of resentment, some kind of argument. Somebody could have been blaming you, accusing you. Someone's holding a grudge against you. Maybe someone was mocking you or your family. Or your ancestors. Somebody's been telling stories about you, Sag. It's almost like there could be an opportunity here where you get to tell your side of the story. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Someone who's been telling stories about you, judging you and your past. What else is new, right, Sagittarius? What else is new? So, like, somebody's been sitting by here judging you and your past. It's like mocking you, making fun. But your spirit team got this. Your ancestors are coming through loud and clear. Your angels, your spirit guides got your back. Somebody was blaming you or accusing you. It's like they were set you up for something, to take the fall, to take a loss. It's like somebody was holding a grudge against you. And maybe your mom and your dad and your ancestors and your children, if you have any. It's almost as if be aware of anybody entering your life, because you've got this master DNA about you. And you're going to have to be super cautious. I don't care who you're with. You're always going to have to be careful now, because you have this master DNA. It's like you've been sought out. You know what? You could have been a little kid who saw ghosts, who saw little demons. You know what I mean? So if you have it, your children have it. And just when I saw that card, it reminded me of my son when he was, I think, 4. And he kept talking about the devil under the bed. And, of course, I never mocked him or made fun of him. I checked under the bed. He said, "Do you see it?" I said, "Yes, I see it. But I told it to go away. And every time you see it, you have to tell them to go away. Every time you see it. And don't be scared of them." And my son was so impressed for the fact that I believed him. Everyone said to me, "You shouldn't encourage that." I got heck for that. Everyone told me, "You shouldn't encourage that. You shouldn't tell him these things are real. You should have said there's nothing there." But I said, if he's not a liar, and if he says he's seeing things, I'm going to believe him. Okay? Whether it's true or whether it's untrue, that's not my business. That's his business. And if he thinks it's there, then I'm going to tell him. We're going to send that away. If it's scaring you, they have no business being here. You know how good he felt that someone actually believed him? And that there was a power that could send these things away? And everybody, I'm telling you, everybody mocked me. Everybody said, you shouldn't tell him that. You should have told him there was nothing there. I said, I'm not going to lie to him. That'd be like me saying, you're imagining things or you're a liar. And I'm not about to do that. A 4-year-old got no reason to lie. Okay? So, yeah, I actually got heck for that. And this little demon here, who's more afraid, the child or the strange demon? It's looking like the demon's afraid of the child. Your children are shamans, probably. You may have been seeing things since you were a little kid. You may have seen ghosts. You may have had what everyone called a vivid imagination. You're a storyteller because of your circumstances, because of your supernatural experiences, or because you have master DNA. It's like you got an extra dose that other people didn't get. Okay? Yeah. This is awesome. And people could have said, oh, you're a storyteller, or you make things up. You might be making these things up to get attention. What a bunch of malarkey that is. People are unawakened, okay? They really are. They want you to fit into their norm. They want you to fit in to their idea of how they want you to be. And anything outside that box is unusual. Okay? So people could have called you a storyteller, or you just are imagining things, or that you're crazy somehow. No, you're not. You're not seeing things. You're not crazy. You're not hearing things, imagining it. You're actually hearing things, seeing things. Do you know what another experience of mine was? Ever since I was a kid, this should tell you something, guys. When I was a kid, it didn't matter where I was, I attracted the animals. Like, seriously. Birds would land all over me. They were not afraid of me. I could get close to moose without being afraid. Deer, bear, fox, lynx. I can't say never, but I had an experience with a bunch of cougars as well. Not old women after sexy women or something either. Not that kind of cougar. It was like, but I'm scared of cougars because I know how ferocious they are, but I wasn't scared. It was weird. I wasn't scared of the lynx, the bobcats, but the cougars were around when I had my children out camping. they actually were surrounding us. We slept in the truck that night. I'm not that brave. Okay. So, yes, you may have noticed this with the animals around you. Maybe you've had a lot of experiences, and people could have called you crazy, and people could have... your children are no different. If you have children, they're no different than you are. I'm just saying. If your children are saying they're hearing things or seeing things, it's because they are hearing things and seeing things. You're very loving and very nurturing, and you are a diviner of some type. You are an empath. You're very persuasive. You could sell ice to Eskimos. You could. You have a deep ability, a deep knowing. And you're a fighter. There's no two ways about it. You will fight for your beliefs, and you will fight. You're an illuminator. Like, you may expose things. You are the light. You radiate energy that lights up any room with great power to heal those around you and crack their hearts wide open. This gift can make people run from your light because you're going to bust their cover. You're going to expose their demons to the light. And you may have actually been doing this as a child without knowing it. And your children have the same ability. If you have children, you have a way of busting through the BS and exposing the truth. Could be very musical. You're a champ. You're a strong angel. You're an angel on earth sent here to learn certain things about the human condition and to guide humans on earth. A spirit guide in training to teach and heal others. Okay, you got it. You could be a mix of charm and mature sensuality. You draw people in without even knowing. You have a very subtle, luring effect. You're highly magnetized. People, you're like a magnet. Your natural thirst for wisdom and truth elevates your spiritual journey and your self-awareness to help those that are also in search of answers. What I say. Do you know what I found? I encouraged my children to not think that they were crazy. My youngest son struggled with that a lot. He was a super empath. I actually think he was an indigo child, but he used to struggle with that his entire life. He would see things. He would have visions, and that kid had supernatural powers, I'm telling you. We was sitting in the living room. Now, this was when he was an adult. My son now has passed 3 years. Yes. So it was about a year before he passed away. And he was visiting me. And he started talking, Mom, you're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm crazy. I said, look at your mother. Give me a break. You think I'm going to think you're crazy? Well, anyways, he told me about a few experiences that he was having. And as soon as he mentioned a certain name of an individual, the television was flicking through all the channels by itself. And it would stop at every story that he was talking about. He was talking about, I can't say on here. How am I going to say it? On the subject that he was talking about. Let's put it to you that way. The channel would stop and it would play on the television just what he had said. And it did it about 8 times. We were looking at each other like, you see that, right, Mom? I said, yeah, I see it. It's real. You got powers here, John. You got to be careful with your powers. That's what I would say. And then that kid, he's been seeing stuff since he was a little child. And I remember journaling one time, and I wrote in my journal, I was doing automatic writing, and said about my son that he was a door, he was a key to which many doors shall open. I would never forgot that. And I'm telling you, did he ever? Like, but it was good that I was his mom, because I didn't think he was crazy. I would teach him how to send certain energies away and how to bring in the light, to live in that peace and that comfort. Because, man, it scared him, like, for real. And he thought he was going crazy. I said, no, I seen it. You're not. And that's the energy that I'm getting here. This is the energy I'm picking up on. So no, you're not crazy. No, you're not. You're not. You're not imagining things. You're not. I'm just going to say you're not. Why is it? Okay, so he was complaining about this. And I had a cat at the time, and I had a dog at the time. Why is it that the dog started growling and shaking, and the cat was hissing? Are they imagining things too? I don't think so. And my both my kids, but especially my youngest one, was right in tune with nature, I'm telling you. And with animals, they were drawn to him. And my other son too. But this is the message. Your guides have freed you. Yeah. You've got some good news coming, Sagittarius. You're a light for others, and you have master DNA to teach. You're supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be teaching. You're a divine feminine, perhaps, and you're very original, and you're very honest. You're very authentic. Whoa. You're like a magnet, so it is telling you, be careful of those that you are surrounding yourself with. You may have experienced losses, but it has given you wisdom and knowledge. And that wisdom and knowledge is to be shared with others and help use that information, that knowledge to help others. You could be an angel, an earth angel. Which is why you've probably had a lot of challenges and weird experiences and supernatural experiences. A lot of judgments. Well, that's funny. I'm talking about my son. It's his birthday, July 11th. Coincidence? You tell me. Somebody needed to hear that. You're not crazy. It's a message to pass on. My son could be delivering this message. You're not crazy. Wow. Courage. Someone giving you a helping hand. Don't you worry. And you are very courageous to have taken this on. It's like you're a conqueror. Take care.